The questions echo through the digital corridors of social media. Is it true? Was Jimin really rushed to the emergency room? Did he cause injuries at the camp? And why is HYB allegedly restricting members from taking leave? These rumors, swirling like a storm around BTS's loyal army, have created a whirlwind of speculation, fueled by cryptic statements and unverified reports. But now, JIN has stepped into the fray, breaking his silence in a way only he can, with clarity, grace, and a dash of his trademark wit. Could JIN's words finally bring light to this shadowy controversy, or will they only deepen the mystery? JIN, beloved worldwide not just for his talent but for his candid and empathetic demeanor, recently addressed the chaos during a surprise live session. His fans, who've grown accustomed to his openness, hung onto every word as he touched upon the swirling rumors surrounding Jimin and the alleged events at their military camp. With his characteristic calmness, JIN began his statement, but even as he reassured his audience, hints of deeper truths lingered between his carefully chosen words. The heart of the controversy revolves around an incident that reportedly occurred during a rigorous training session at the camp. Jimin, known for his dedication and unmatched discipline, was allegedly involved in a situation that left a fellow trainee injured. While details remain hazy, unconfirmed whispers suggest that Jimin might have pushed himself too hard, exacerbating his own health issues and inadvertently impacting others. But is that the real story? JIN's statements hinted at a more complex web of events, one that challenges the straightforward narrative being spun online. Adding fuel to the fire is the report that Jimin was rushed to the emergency room shortly after the alleged incident. Fans and media alike have speculated wildly about his condition, with some fearing the worst. JIN, while addressing these concerns, refrained from revealing specific medical details, citing Jimin's right to privacy. However, his tone carried an unmistakable weight, one that suggested the situation was more serious than HYB, or the military, might be willing to admit publicly. HYB's role in this unfolding drama cannot be ignored. The entertainment giant has faced backlash in the past for its handling of BTS's activities and the pressures placed on its members. This time, the allegations are even more incendiary, that HYB has imposed a blanket restriction on leave for all BTS members still serving, purportedly to maintain discipline and avoid further media scrutiny. JIN, however, offered a cryptic remark that seemed to challenge this narrative. "Rules are rules," he said with a knowing smile, "but they aren't always what they seem." Was this a subtle jab at HYB's policies, or simply JIN's way of diffusing tension? As fans dissect JIN's words, a parallel narrative has emerged, one that paints Jimin as a scapegoat rather than a perpetrator. The idea that Jimin, who has consistently demonstrated kindness and accountability, could be blamed for a training accident strikes many as implausible. Could the military environment, with its emphasis on hierarchy and discipline, be exacerbating misunderstandings? JIN's commentary, while diplomatic, seemed to allude to the inherent challenges of adapting to such a rigid system. The emotional core of this story lies not in the rumors themselves, but in the impact they've had on Jimin and his fellow members. For a group that has always emphasized unity and mutual support, these allegations represent an unprecedented strain. JIN's visible concern during his live session was a stark reminder of the emotional toll such controversies can take, not just on the individuals involved, but on their broader community of fans and loved ones. "We're stronger together," he said at one point, his voice steady but tinged with emotion. The question now is what lies ahead. Will HYB issue an official statement to clarify the situation, or will the rumors continue to fester in the absence of transparency? And what of Jimin himself? How will he navigate the dual challenges of public scrutiny and personal recovery? As JIN wrapped up his live session, he left fans with a parting thought that was as cryptic as it was reassuring. "Sometimes," he said, "the truth is quieter than the noise, but it's always there if you listen." The coming days are likely to be pivotal, not just for Jimin, but for the entire BTS family. Fans are bracing themselves for potential revelations, even as they rally around their idols with messages of love and support. In a world where fame often comes at the cost of privacy and peace, the resilience of BTS and their fans remains an extraordinary testament to the power of connection. As we await the next chapter in this unfolding story, one thing is clear. The questions, the speculation, and the emotions surrounding this controversy are a reflection of the immense love and investment that ARMY has in BTS. Whatever the outcome, Jin's words remind us to approach it with empathy, understanding, and, above all, patience. Because sometimes, the truth isn't just quieter, it's kinder. As the conversation grows more intense among fans and media alike, new layers to the narrative seem to unravel, leaving more questions than answers. Could Jin's cryptic remarks during his live session hint at internal tensions? Or are they a deliberate attempt to redirect the conversation toward unity and positivity? And what about Jimin? Will he address these rumors himself? Or is the silence from his side a sign of something deeper, perhaps a reflection of how heavily this situation weighs on him? Jimin's health has always been a topic of concern for ARMY. His dedication to perfection, whether during grueling rehearsals or live performances, has often led him to push beyond his limits. Fans remember past instances when he battled injuries or exhaustion to ensure he gave his all to every moment. Could this latest incident at the military camp be another manifestation of Jimin's relentless drive? Jin's words seem to acknowledge this, speaking to both Jimin's character and the burdens he often places upon himself. He's always cared more about others than himself, Jin said, his voice soft with affection. But what about the accusations of blame within the camp? Jin's remarks, while careful, appear to push back against the notion that Jimin had caused harm to others. Instead, Jin emphasized the collective challenges faced by everyone in such an intense and high-pressure environment. Training isn't easy, he said, and misunderstandings can happen. But Jimin isn't the kind of person to let others suffer because of him. That's not who he is. The mystery deepens further when considering HYBE's alleged restrictions on leave. Fans are divided. Some argue that the company's strict approach might be necessary to maintain order and avoid media frenzy, while others see it as an unjust imposition on members who are already navigating the demanding realities of military service. Jin's remark about rules not always being what they seem has fueled speculation about whether the agency's policies are as restrictive as rumors suggest, or if there's more flexibility behind closed doors. Adding another layer of complexity to the situation is the timing of these events. With the holiday season approaching, the idea of BTS members spending time with their families, or even with each other, becomes all the more poignant. Could the controversy surrounding Jimin and the camp have disrupted plans for a much-needed reunion or celebration? Fans have taken to social media with messages of encouragement, urging the members to prioritize their well-being and reminding them that ARMY's support is unwavering, no matter the circumstances. What remains undeniable throughout all of this is the emotional impact on ARMY. As fans dissect Jin's live session, searching for clues and reassurance, the love and concern they feel for Jimin and the entire group are palpable. Online forums are flooded with heartfelt messages, from prayers for Jimin's recovery to expressions of gratitude for Jin's openness. The bond between BTS and their fans has always been more than just one of idol and admirer. It's a relationship built on mutual care, understanding, and respect. Even as the dust begins to settle, the questions linger. Will Jimin make a public statement to address the rumors, or will HYB step in to clarify the situation? How will the group navigate these challenges while continuing to support one another through their military service and beyond? And perhaps most importantly, what lessons can be learned from this moment about the pressures of fame, the strength of unity, and the resilience required to weather the storms that come with global stardom?